Hello my beautiful friends, it is Mimi here today, and today I come to you with my March favorites. I have a lot of exciting goodies and inspirational resources to go through, so are you guys ready? Let's get started! Alright, so the first product I'm going to share with you is something on a fashion note, and I don't know why, I've tried many different brands of sunglasses and I always go back to the good old Ray-Bans. And these are sunglasses I got recently. I'm going to put them on to show you what they look like. And they're just really nice, simple, sleek. Alex is waving at me. Can you see yourself in the reflection? Yeah. So what I really like about Ray-Ban sunglasses, is that they're unisex. Alex never buys sunglasses. You can confirm that. But he likes to wear sunglasses when we're traveling, we're in sunny places. So when I buy my sunglasses, I always consider that we can share them. They look actually, I think, better on you than on me. These are super cool. I really like the modern shape of the sunglasses, like this little extra detail on top. They're sort of called the modern aviators or something like that. I'm gonna leave a link to them down below if I can find it, of course. But yeah, I just really like that they're very simple, sleek, and stylish. They will go with any kind of outfit, and yeah, just a nice little accessory for spring. Alright, next I'm going to talk about some inspirational stuff, and you guys will be surprised I do not have a book of the month for you this month. I know it might be a shocker, but all I will say is that I'm actually rereading Vortex. If you haven't read Vortex, because that was featured in my not February, I think it was January if I'm not mistaken. I featured it a couple of months ago. So Vortex is a really great book I recommend to you guys. Like I said, I'm still listening to it, and if you haven't gone through it, if you've heard about my recommendation but never got to read it, again, I'm recommending it second month, so it must be a good book. Part of it that I was listening to yesterday that really resonated with me is that in order to become successful at anything you want to become successful, whether you want to be a successful entrepreneur, successful mom, successful human being, whatever it is, then you have to make sure that you are not judging other people's success. So what they were saying in the book is that if you judge other people's success, if you try to bring other people down, it actually takes you away from your own success. You cannot expect to judge other people's success and become successful yourself. So, it's just one important thing. You don't know other people's stories. You don't know what other people go through. So kind of focus on your own life, focus on your own journey, use your energy to go towards what you want to go to, and listen to your heart. And anytime you feel good, go towards that direction. And anytime you don't feel good, anytime you feel bad, know that it's your body's way of telling you that you're on the wrong direction. And it's such a simple message, but I feel like I always need a reminder because sometimes I forget, So I always have to remind myself that anytime I'm not feeling right, or I have any kind of body sensation or emotional negative sensation, it's just a way for me to stop, observe, and sort of look at the course of my direction. What am I doing right now? What could I change towards better? And then reevaluate my life, my situation, and then sort of connect with my heart and go in the direction that I need to go to. I'll just say again, I recommend Vortex. If you haven't read it, definitely read it. I don't agree with everything in the book, but just like with any book, you take what works for you, and then you leave the rest there. Now, something new that I will recommend is two things. First, I'm going to recommend a podcast that Alex recommended me. It's called How I Built This, and thank you, Alex, for recommending it to me. It's a really awesome podcast. The reason I find it inspirational is because in the podcast you get to hear stories of some of our time successful people, like Kate Spade and what's her husband's name? And Andy Spade, right? Yeah. The founder of Patagonia, the founders of Instagram, what we all use and love these days. So all these really incredible creators who have created these incredible products that all of us use today, and their stories of how they achieved the success. And what I find the most inspirational, because Alex and I, we have several businesses and we try all kinds of stuff all the time, and we fail or we don't succeed as fast as we want to at certain things, and sometimes that can be very daunting. And listening to these stories, I just remind myself that it doesn't matter. If you really want something, you have to persevere, you have to believe in yourself. If you really want something, you can't give up. Giving up is not an option. It might take you a year, 2, 3, 4. I think it was Kate Spade's story actually. In the first 5 years, they didn't make enough money. I think only after 5 years of running the business, something like that, they were able to take out $15,000 out of the business. The amount of patience you have to believe in your dream, to work 5 years really, really hard day and night, and then even after 5 years, you're only able to take up 15,000 out of your business, and then you continue to persevere, and we all know how well Kate Spade is doing right now. So obviously they became a success, but it took many, many years. So these are the things I try to remind myself when I don't succeed right away at anything I try, whether it's business related or not, personal related, that sometimes things don't work out right away. It doesn't mean I should give up. It just means I have to continue persevering, and I have to continue believing that I will get to my goal. And it's, even if it's a long journey, I must be patient. And I think people in our time, in my generation especially, most of us lack patience. I will agree, I lack patience all the time. And I have to remind myself, it's okay, just be patient, pace yourself, things will come when the time is right, when you're ready. And anyways, I absolutely love this podcast. Definitely check it out. Like I said, it's called How I Build This. And some of my favorite episodes would be Patagonia, Kate Spade, and then Instagram. I'm trying to think what else. There's so many, honestly, there's so many great ones. Just go through them. But these would be the top 3 that I've listened so far. Sarah Blakely from Spanx. Yeah, her story was also really, really inspirational. Yeah, it's the first one that I listened to. Definitely check it out. On that note of podcasts, Alex also recommended another thing that I'm gonna feature here in my favorites, and it's an app called Overcast. So we all have, if you have an iPhone, you have another app, which is called Podcast. I was never crazy about that app, and then I found out there's something called Overcast. I believe it's free, right? I didn't buy it, so should be free. Overcast does the same thing. You can listen to any podcast. What I like about Overcast app, it's very user friendly. So what you can do is you can store your favorites, like your favorite podcasts, and like you can sort of save the favorite episodes that you want to listen to. So just the way it works, that you play around with it, you'll see what I mean. Compared to regular podcasts, it's just like night and day. So I actually started listening to podcasts again. Overcast is pretty amazing. So check it out if you're into podcast listening. And if you're not, you might actually start listening to podcasts now. Some of my favorite podcasts I will tell you are How I Build This, as I mentioned earlier, Tim Ferriss podcast, Ezra Klein, what is his name? Ezra. Anyways, I'll feature them all in the info, so just check the info box. I'll let you guys know which are some of my favorites if you're not into podcasts and you're new to that world. Alright, something on a food note. I don't know if I should tell you guys about this one because it's already sold out at Whole Foods and it might be even more sold out. I'd never be able to find this thing. This is called raw Millionaire Bytes. I have no clue why it's called Millionaire Bytes. If you guys know why it's called Millionaire Bytes, let me know. These specific ones are gluten-free, sugar-free, absolutely scrumptious and delicious by the company Livia's Kitchen. And I discovered this at Whole Foods. I tried it, fell in love, and now I think I'm a little bit addicted. So yesterday I was at Whole Foods. There's different flavors. I think there's 2 or 3, but this one was sold out. I grabbed the last one and I was like, yes! So the simple recipe actually goes along like this. Date paste, so obviously dates, gluten-free oat flour, dark chocolate, maple syrup, anyways, all clean ingredients. And I honestly think I can learn to make these at home. A, it's gonna be a lot cheaper. B, it's gonna be even more healthier. So I'm gonna go on Pinterest and look for a recipe. If you live in UK, you can find these at Whole Foods. I think it's a UK brand, so I'm not really sure if you can find it in the States. I'll try to look for a link for you, but yeah, just make it at home. It's incredible. My only concern is that you might get addicted, but if you do, can't blame me. I warned you. On a fashion note, a favorite of the month top is something I'm wearing today, and ta-da! It's another off-shoulder top. Of course it is. And I absolutely love this one. I actually got it a while ago and I started wearing it recently in Cape Town and now here because the weather's been incredible in London. It's like summer. And several things I love about this top. A, it's off shoulders. B, the fabric is super light. It's a really nice thin cotton fabric. So you don't even feel like you're wearing anything. And then you can wear it shoulders down or shoulders up. I really like how it goes really nicely with high-waisted jeans or high-waisted skirts. And I also love these bell sleeves. You can just wear it down, or again you can sort of lift it up and scrunch this fabric and it looks very cool. So absolutely love this top, and I'll try to find a link for you guys. Alright, so now I have a few beauty favorites for you guys. I know that you guys always love to hear about my beauty favorites because everything I mention is cruelty-free. Everything I mention is usually more natural than the average. So I will start with this nail polish, and this is by the brand called Pretty NYC. I discovered this brand years ago. I'm actually surprised I never featured in my favorites because I absolutely love this brand. They do nail polishes, but what I really like about them is not so much their nail polish. I like the quality of their nail polish, but the color selection is not always the greatest. But what I love is their nail polish remover. There's a couple of not flavors, but there's a couple of different nail polish remover scents they have. This one is called White Blossom Scent, and I think the other one is sort of like ginger lemon or something. Anyways, they both smell really good and they last forever. If you ever use the nail polish without acetone, you will know that usually they don't work that well. So I will have to say right out that this one is not as good as an acetone nail polish remover because obviously it doesn't have acetone, which I actually prefer because it doesn't smell crazy. It's not full of that chemical. You feel like you're inhaling something really nasty. So it smells delicious, and all you have to do is put some on the cotton rounds, and then you just have to sort of soak the nail in it. So you just put it on your nail and then you hold it for a few seconds, wait for the product to sort of sink into the nail polish, and then you easily remove it. So that's one thing you have to just consider, that with natural nail polish removers, it's never going to be as strong as acetone naturally, but this one is the best one I've been able to find. And whenever I run out of this product, I honestly panic because I can't do my nails because I need something to take the nail polish off. So I definitely recommend this nail polish remover by Pretty NYC. Check it out. On a nail note, I have this beautiful nail polish that I would love to feature in my favorites, and this one is by the brand called Zoya, and the color is called Bella with just one L. It's actually the color I'm wearing on my nails right now. I was looking for something that's pale pink because I'm really into this whole pale pink theme this spring. And I couldn't find anything that is sort of not matte, because you know, with matte nail polishes they take forever to dry, so I didn't want something that's like really matte because I already have a couple and they like take forever to dry. And I had some that were like super see-through, so even if you put 2-3 coats it dries fast, but then you can still see your nail. With this one, it's just the perfect consistency. It's a very solid color, so even with 2 coats, right now I'm wearing just 2 coats without a base. I forgot to put a base, and it looks really nice. I really love this beautiful sort of creamy pale pink color. You can call it dusty rose too, and yeah, definitely recommend it for spring. Beautiful color. And the last beauty favorite of the month is this beautiful sort of a lip gloss by RMS. I love this color. I got this actually probably a year ago when I was in New York City. I barely wore it. I started wearing it now because I feel like this is more of a spring color, although you could wear it all year long. It's a very natural color. I'm actually wearing it right now. I love the consistency of this lip. It's sort of a lip gloss, but it has a consistency more of a lip butter. So when you apply it, it feels very natural. It's almost like you have nothing on. It's not sticky at all, which I love. Otherwise, you know, your hair gets stuck on your lips and that's never nice. So yeah, absolutely love the color. Absolutely love RMS because it's a very natural brand. They have really clean ingredients. I definitely recommend them. Absolutely love this product for springtime. And that is all I have for you guys this month. So now it's your turn. Make sure to stop and leave me a comment down below. So yeah, do that right now because I love learning from you guys as well, and I love learning about your favorites. So make sure you do that before you exit this video. Also make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy watching my favorites. I love you guys very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!